Good morning, my friends, my followers, my fellow YouTube creators, subscribers, my army of Trevorites, and my growing army of cultists. Thank you very much for joining me today on Saturday morning, the 2nd of March. But if you're watching this video right now and you've not yet subscribed, why not? It's free. Again, I'm going to apologise for last night. I was meant to do a live stream last night with a guest. However, things didn't work out too well last night. I was at Ipswich Town Football Club with my son who was training. I had a lot on. I cancelled it and hate cancelling things. But sometimes you've got to do that, don't you? Yes, as long as I can explain myself, that's all that matters. Right, so message last night. Sue Baxter, I hope you're getting better. Maureen, thanks for the emails and thanks for the letters. It's great. Martin and Michael, especially Michael, thank you for the t-shirts. There's more on their way. Oh, different designs. So looking forward to those. Thank you very much. Right, so today I woke up and Gwen's left. Gwen's off to work. She left here before 6. Sebastian's mum left at 6 as well. She's away to teach in London today, actually. She's what's she doing? She's helping out. She's helping ladies with pregnancy and all. She does all these type of things, so it's great. So the ladies are all away today. So I actually phoned them and made sure that they drive safely. Make sure you get home in one piece. Always look after your circle. Always make sure the circle around you is happy and everyone's positive in the direction that they're going. If you can do that, everything's great. Yes. So this morning I'll do this little live. This morning I'll do my daily rant. And what I do every morning, you may not believe this. This is a fact. What I do every morning after I've uploaded the daily rant. I keep saying live. Because it's live now to me. So every time I upload it and fix it and put all the things in it, the first thing I do is I send a link to that to my mother, to her phone, so she gets to watch it first. There we go. Always look after your parents. Right. So there's quite a few things happening this morning. Yesterday, I have to swallow my pride, because yesterday I did it on, was it yesterday my live stream? Why do I keep saying live stream? Yesterday on my daily rant, I mentioned about Christian Horner and Jerry Halliwell and the fact they were both rich and the fact that people were trying to drag him down and replace him. I got that wrong, didn't I? I got that completely wrong. Yes, because Red Bull had cleared Jerry Halliwell's husband, who's meant to be the boss at Red Bull. So, Formula One team, not the drink. So, Red Bull cleared him of any wrongdoing. And it seems that the female colleague that he'd been sending inappropriate text to got pissed off that he'd been cleared. So she decided to release, in my opinion, I don't know if it was her that did it, but the messages he sent her were released to 149 Formula One team members to prove that he was guilty. Now Jerry Halliwell's marriage is in tatters. Looks like they may split up. Quite sad, isn't it? Especially when there's children involved. So it seems that Mr. Horner by name, Horner by nature, it seems that he wasn't as squeaky clean as he led on to be. Yes. Wow. Well, there we go. We sometimes get it wrong. Mr. Horner, maybe guilty. There we go. And it's a good way to remove him from Red Bull, even though he is a fantastic Formula One, clearly leader who's doing great things. There's always someone chomping at your heels wanting to take your place, and that's what's happening here. Now, this is going to shock you. We've all heard of the Titanic, haven't we? Yeah. The most famous ship that sank. Bismarck? Doesn't matter. Anyway, there we go. The most famous passenger ship that sank. Well, do you remember the movie Titanic? And Kate Winslet's on the door and she's in the ocean. And little Jack is holding on to the door and he's freezing. But there's not enough room on the door. So Jack slips away and dies. Well, that door used as a prop in the movie Titanic is about to go on auction, and it's going, so far, they say it's going to fetch at least £32,000. It'll be bought by a collector, a movie collector, won't it? 32 grand for a door. Oh well, if you've got it, why not? I suggest. I wouldn't. There we go. And George Galloway, eh? Oh, it's flying. The Prime Minister's done a speech. They've all been at it. George Galloway, Britain's enemy. Quite sad, isn't it? Well, I've spoken to George Galloway in the past. George Galloway, if you did not know, is married to a Palestinian lady. So I would say that George Galloway isn't jumping on the bandwagon. George Galloway's always been pro-Palestinian because his wife is Palestinian. He's been singing Palestinian praises for, 30, 40 years. He hasn't just jumped on the recent bullshit which is happening in the Middle East. He's been like that for years. So at the heart of his election where he got elected in Rochdale as an MP, was Palestine. And they elected him on Palestine. But I can't get my head around Britain's Workers' Party. Is it Britain's Workers? If your number one agenda is Palestine, I don't understand that. Now, he is, in my opinion, classed as Britain's enemies. Because in the past, he was front page of the Sun, traitor, when he was trying to rally around, it is alleged that he was rallying around Arab countries, asking them to fight against our allies during the Gulf War and different things. There's photographs of him sitting down, breaking bread with Saddam Hussein, breaking bread with the Syrian Prime Minister, breaking bread with Hussein Hussein, Saddam's brothers and stuff. So the company that he's kept in the past is certainly questionable. Do I think he'll do good in the House of Commons? If anything, he'll kick MPs up the ass and he'll make MPs have to work for us. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Only time can tell, can't it? Only time can tell. What have I got down here? Kanye West. Yee. I find it strange. Kanye West is in and out the papers, but it's never for something good. They say he stood up against tyranny, he stood up against Hollywood, he stood up against the music industry, he stood up against grooming and all these other things. But you can't stand up for something and try and be serious and then stick a bin bag on with a police hat and go for a walk down the street and no one can see you. You come across as a fucking lunatic, if I'm honest. And his wife, she looks like a clone of Kim Kardashian. That's in my opinion. And she's went from being a normal woman, a normal, beautiful woman, to a woman who looks a bit like a freak show. She looks like she belongs in a circus now. And it's not because of her looks. It's because I think of the way Kanye's making her dress. This is not a woman wouldn't dress like that. But the skeptical side of me thinks that I believe that she's going along with Kanye. She's in the papers. She's becoming super famous. And the minute she becomes super famous, I think she's going to dump Kanye. Because she'll have the following. She'll have the millions of Instagram followers. She'll have the millions of followers around the world. And then she'll become a brand ambassador. And she'll be paid to promote brands. She'll be like a Kim Kardashian Mark II. So I don't think that marriage is going to last. And that's from one of the questions I got sent me as an email yesterday. So I've covered that this morning. I hope you're happy. And what else have we got? Duties in the royal family are changing, aren't they? Yes. Queen Camilla and the Princess of Wales are now going to take on more duties. They're going to be doing investitures. An investiture is when you receive an honour or an award at Buckingham Palace. It's usually given out by a senior royal or the ones that's on duty. Whenever you go to an investiture and you do get a gallantry medal or you get an honour and award, you also have the opportunity to tick boxes and get photographs and stills from that day. And you get a CD and a booklet about your investiture. And the CD is you being called up and it shows you going in front of the royal and you can use it forever. So yeah, you do get that. It costs about 150 quid, believe it or not. It's not cheap. Right, Yes, so I was saying that the Queen Camilla and Princess of Wales, Catherine, are going to be doing investitures, more royal duties, but senior royals should be doing anyway. So take the pressure off the king, I would suggest. Yes. What have I got down here? The Mail Online. Oh, I've discovered this morning. No, it used to be whenever I went up in the morning and I went on my phone and I typed in today's headlines and I went through the headlines to see what was available and I would write down. Well, see, this is true. If you go onto The Guardian, you can only read part of a story, and if you want to read the rest of that story, you have to subscribe to The Guardian and maybe donate £1. But the Mail Online are going that way now. The Mail Online must be struggling for money. Because whenever you go into the Mail Online and you read some of the stories that you want to read, you cannot read unless you pay, unless you subscribe to the Mail Online. So they're going down that road. Interesting, isn't it? Yes. Well, people, listen, this morning's books that I'm highlighting is from James Deegan. He was the ex-regimental sergeant major, RSM, the boss of the Special Air Service. He wrote these books. He had a go at me yesterday because I had my shelf filled with Aunt Middleton books. And he was like, that's a good book collection. I knew what he meant. But this is James Deegan. These guys send me these books. To Trev, enjoy the book, all the best, James Deegan. So these guys send me their books and they go on my shelf. I love books. As you can see, I love books. Great books. Anyway, listen, have a wonderful day, everyone. And remember, stay safe. Keep your circle fantastic, but only have the people in there that you trust. Everyone else is outside the circle. Have a great day, people.